Hey there guys, welcome back to Texas Beer Reviews, and on this episode we will be looking at Drie Fonteinen's Oude Geuze Cuvée Armand Gaston. So this is their Oude Geuze blend that is brewed specifically with Drie Fonteinen lambic from 2013, 2014, and 2015. For their normal Geuze blend, they usually do a blend of their lambic mixed with other lambic producers, Girardin, Lindemans, things like that, you know. So this is actually the first one they've done in quite some time with their own lambic. And I have never had this beer. Jake has never had this beer. I've been wanting to try it for quite a while. Comes in at 6% alcohol by volume, and this one was bottled on December 10th of last year, so it's got over a year on it. Drie Fonteinen is, of course, out of Belgium. One of the very famous lambic producers. Love their Geuze, so decided to check it out. There's a cat. There's a cat. All right. I've heard some of these bottles are gushers, so.
All right.
However, this bottling date should be pretty okay.
Ready to gush.
Some of the 750s I've heard open, and just as soon as you pull the cage off, it just shoots into the ceiling.
That's awesome.
Like that. I ain't gonna use the basket even.
Ow.
Yep, that's some carbonation. Alright.
Pop.
Yep. At least it didn't shoot out into the wall. Yeah, I know. Get them dregs.
Yeah, but
All right. So pours out a kind of an orange, a little bit more of an amber type color to it. Got a pretty nice white head. Obviously, it was a lot. It's kind of mellowed out some here, but quite a bit on the first pour there.
got a pretty fierce bubble stream coming up.
Oh
from the
yeah,
middle.
tons of carbonation on this guy. I mean, heard the cork pop and kind of saw the head on that. Drie Fonteinen is pretty famous for their effervescent carbonation there, so looks pretty solid. So let's check out the aroma. Lots of citrus and peppery funk.
That, like, I don't know, it's like that rice cracker sort of smell to me. Like
Yeah.
that salty kind of.
And picking up that mold, that kind of a crackery rice cracker mold.
Salty cracker sort of.
It's got a lot of that peppery funk that their regular Oude Geuze is known for, but I feel like I'm picking up a bit more citrus than I normally pick up on just the regular Oude Geuze. It's like a deeper citrus. It's not just lemon, but I'm getting more of like an orange, tangerine type citrus to it. But it's not sweet at all. It smells bone dry.
Cheesy
Yeah.
funk.
It smells fantastic, so let's check it out. Cheers.
Yeah.
That's good. Super effervescent. Tons of carbonation.
Oh yeah, super prickly. You know, it's like
Very prickly,
champagne-like.
champagne-like carbonation. But the body is nice and full. Tons of citrus. Some of that fruitiness that I kind of is almost similar to some of the Spawn Floor that we had.
Almost no bitterness to me.
Yep.
Really.
Really, yeah, bitterness is very, very light on this. Just getting a very touch, but almost none at all. Acidity is pretty nice. It's kind of nice and puckering at the at the start, and then it kind of mellows out towards the finish. And of course, very, very funky. That specific funk that Drie Fonteinen is very much known for. It's a bit more intense, a bit more robust, more peppery than something like Cantillon or Jester King Spawn.
Yeah, that mouth feels pretty crazy. It's
Yeah.
like, fills your mouth up with carbonation, and then it's just gone.
Yep. Man, it's so smooth on taste too. And the
Yeah.
carbonation, you feel like it's going to be over-carbed almost, but then it mellows out. The body's nice and full.
There's nothing. It's not too acidic. It's not too bitter. It's like completely balanced in every sort of way.
Yes, incredible balance on it, and the citrus characteristics are so much more intense to me too than just regular Oude Geuze, especially the recent vintages. And the acidity is just spot on. I mean, nice pucker on it, but it's not too sour. It's also not too light. Really, really, really fantastic blend here.
Yeah.
It's different than any other Drie Fonteinen Geuze blend that I've had. It's different than the regular Oude Geuze. It's different than the Seasons. Different than Armand and Tommy. It's its own thing, but it's fantastic in what it is. So I think this is a really, really, really awesome blend.
Yeah.
Pretty good bottle. I love Drie Fonteinen Oude Geuze, and I want to give it the 5 just because of how well done it is. I'm at least at a 4.75 for this, but I'm closing in on that. I don't find anything wrong with the beer, and as different as it may be, than A&T or Armand and Tommy, which has been my favorite Drie Fonteinen Oude Geuze blend, is kind of its own thing, and I really, really like what they've done with this beer. I'm very excited for more of their this kind of blend to come. There's been speculation on that they would move towards just solely doing their own lambic for their future blends, and I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, because they make so much of their Geuze, and this was a lot more limited. I think they're about somewhere around like 10,500 bottles, I think, for this bottling, and all the other bottlings, they've done a few other bottlings of this, and it's been a lot lower, anywhere from like 3,000 to 8,500. So I don't know if they will be able to move towards complete Drie Fonteinen. If they do, then their Geuze is about to get even better. But this is a really fantastic blend, I think.
I don't know. I'm going to go with a 5.
You're going to 5.
It's interesting to me that it's like, this is probably a bit harder to get.
Yeah.
But it seems to me like if you were to have a first Geuze, this would be the perfect one for someone's first Geuze.
I think so.
It's not like Cantillon can be a little too acidic, maybe,
It's a little bit soapy, kind of.
less balanced, not as funky. And then some of the regular 3F might be a little too funky for some people and kind of put some people off. This one is like super smooth, like every sort of way. So, if you were looking to get into Geuze and you could get one of these, this would be the one to start with.
I would definitely agree. Very smooth, and the acidity is very pronounced too. So if you're coming from like American sour beers and you want to try Geuze, this would be really one to go for. Of course, it is more limited, so it's going to be harder to obtain. But it does have more acidity, and it's a bit smoother than the regular Oude Geuze, more citrus characteristics too. So, but yeah, I think this is an awesome bottle. So, pretty excited the way it came out. So I guess, but that's pretty much it for Oude Geuze, Cuvée, Armand, and Gaston. So looking forward to some more future blends, see how those go, and that'll be pretty much it for this episode. So as always, think global, drink local, and cheers.